Galatians chapter 6. Galatians chapter 6, verse number 2 only. I will read Galatians chapter 6, verse number 2 only. Galatians chapter 6, Galatia bung chambi. Galatians chapter 6, verse number 2. Galatians chapter 6, verse number 2. Galatians 6, 2 only. Bear ye one another's burden, and so fulfill the law of Christ. Bear ye one another's burden, and so fulfill the law of Christ. May God add His blessing to the reading of His holy words. Amen. So this morning I want to speak under the topic of bearing each other's burden. Bearing each other's burden. In Mizogodo Videwan. Midang te purri chokon rogu. Dina kami zotong chunani menanegro. Midang te purri chokon rogu. Bearing each other's burden. So if we look at the life of human being, so to say, life is all full of struggle. We all have, every person you meet in carrying some kind of burden. If you go to the market, especially ISO markets, certainly many people you married on the way, right? Different kinds of people, certainly, whoever the people you met, they have different kinds of burden. No one is away from the burden. Maybe sickness, maybe some people may grieve, financial trouble, stress, or spiritual battle. Some people burden may be visible, or we can see the burden that they bear. Recently they lost their dear one, that help us to make it mourn, cry. That is the burden that they have. But whereas some people burden are deep within their heart where we cannot find. But we cannot see all their burden. But every people, those who are here in this world, have some sort of burden. So many people today, they feel alone in their struggle. When they have a burden, when they have a problem, they feel alone in the struggling that they are in. And they walk through the life silently suffering without, telling other people. Believing that they are the people only who cares. Nobody cares for me. I am the one who, can only, I must carry my burden. They also have burden. Let them carry their burden. They did not share it. And then, but if we look at the Christian life, that is not what it's supposed to be, right? The follower of Jesus Christ, we are not meant to live in that way. We are supposed to live like that. God designed you and me to work together. Understand? To go together and to support one another. To help others, carry each other burden. So even in Galatians chapter 6 verse 2, we just read clearly that Paul gives us a clear command, bear ye one another's burden, and so fulfill the law of Christ. This Bible verse teaches that love is not only by mouth. Love is not only, from our word, but it has to be an action. That is the Christian love means standing with one another's burden. They have burden, I have burden. We have to bear one after another our burden. We need to stand with our brother and sister in their struggle, helping them to carry their burden. And reminding them that they are not alone. Friends, you are not alone. I am there. They are there to carry your burden together. So the world says, take care yourself. The world will say, yeah, sister, take care yourself burden. But what Jesus said? Jesus said, take care of one another. No. Changi burden have to carry one another. The world say, that's why I say, take care of yourself. But Jesus said, take care of one another. The world say, look out for your own interest. But Jesus said, look out for the interest of others. The world will say, just go and enjoy yourself. But what Jesus said, not only yourself, you have to see another happiness also. So this morning, yes, a title that we are going to dig out, maybe we'll explore three important truths about bearing one another. Kilpathum kan soy do tani. Midam te purin chok ton ro mi jrang rang ko bela kan bu kan pe ring mu de hi har sat nei lo nung lo ni. Chen chu mu thei ke chen chu mu thei len lo wa chen chu nge di chi rang rang sum lam pang har sat na te ru lam nat na te tak salam ru se lo na te lu le na te ko har na te ko be lam in tlan se na wa ga boy mang mi burden har sat na nei lo nung. Dù chỉ mình đóng tập cho nó soi chuộc lên rồi à, hắn sẵn nó này về thôi cái mà hắn sẵn nó cái mày cái này à, các cái xe lớn này đi mình đóng khi là mai đi ném, cái mày tập pura cái mình đang nhìn là hắn sẵn nó pura về mày à, tia tan này tan. Amar chứ Bible giờ tia na chuan là lấy số chuan là đi đâu à, in hắn sẵn nó te in chuộc tuần rồi, hồ về chuan này nghe chuyện này cả, hồ về chuan, nắng mai ten col, nắng mà hắn sẵn nó nắng mà chỉ về tung rồi tia là lấy số chuan. Urin sok tum ro. Har sanatin neyaka indom kam tum ro. Nangma num na ngai toro ti khobe ri na soya. Nangma lim na lo na chau ngai toro ti ya. Lali so chuan midang de lim ta te lo ta ne nom na tu te mai sa ko ti. Tuin singa kan soi tu ra ka bearing each other burden midang de phur chok ton da tu kong thum kan soi tu. It is all about the introduction. Kovel, kami harus na nailo ko nang nawa, nang mapuni na ito kinahiyan, kami ka insok. We are going to talk about three things this morning. So the first point that we're going to see is that the call to bear one another's burden. Go na ito. Midang te harus na chanpui turin ring tu ate call kami go. You are called to carry, to bear one another burden. So here what we see is that yes, Christianity is not meant to be solo journey. What is solo? Alone, right? Christianity pathian na min dur gari mani chon mo kal tur hi milo do. Solo, just single, that is not the way how God designed the Christian. It is not soloing journey, but we are called to work together. Together means a group, one another. Rombo na de koi mani lo again mani ni mana kalpui turin patene na ro ring to Christian de ko hi min mani so nong turin min duang lawa ang ho thil ti turin rombo lo turin Hildi ho turin min duang ani. Ito kun siya ngayon kan siya naman. Chumi about one, the first point that we have is you are called to bear one another's burden. And then this one will make it clear. Love is shown through carrying burden. Mangay na nanti turan. Bidang te purgan sauton na juan. Love is shown through carrying burden. Bidang te purgan sauton don juan. Mangay na nanti na ay. All right. Bear ye one another's burden. To bear means what? Carry, support, help, lift up heavy load. Love is not just saying I care. Ang mga ito, encode siya tino mo, dapat trong ka baka mga ito, takalang suwat ilaw. What we see here is that, yes, it is showing through action. Carrying one after another, only mouth, I carry you, I pray for you. That is not enough. It has to come with an action. Oh, it has to come with action. So this morning, yes, sometime, do you take time to notice when others are struggling? Did you see other people? Oh, he is really struggling in his life. He have that problem, that struggle in life. Sometimes do you notice in some other people? You know your burden. They also have a burden. Did you understand or notice the struggling that they have? Only brother, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. Only that is not enough. As we say, action have to be there. The example that we can see is Luke chapter 10, verse 25 to 37. If we read Good Samaritan story that we have, right? What is that we see there? The Good Samaritan, what did he do there? Samari bichaka liap to chilekle kaka kaidamang apa tirigo chobani. No, what did he do there? Action there. We hear pati patman unkala nam loti lekle kaka mohan kalsan jail mata. Samari bichar unkala mo kai lumai sudah mangti kalsan bimot sila. Kumang ay natakta kalatiru. The Samaritan did not say that, hey brother, don't worry, you'll be okay. And then he didn't leave it, right? He helped. He saw action. Oh, he took an action then helped him. So this morning, yes, if we're going to carry the one after another burden, action is needed. Oh, not only word is not enough. And then yes, another one is that helping other fulfill the law of Christ. Helping other. Midang jan kui ka lali so itura ti chaka ingani itelo thing. Helping other fulfill the law of Christ. Paul says, and so fulfill the law of Christ. Oh, fulfill the law of Christ. Chapter 6, verse number 2, we see, what is the law of Christ? That is nothing but the law of love. Oh, if we do an action, then you fulfill the law of Christ. How to fulfill that is, it is the law of love. John chapter 13, verse 34, if we read, we find, a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you. The new commandment is that you have to love me as you love one another. Oh, if we love a friend, if you help a friend, helping, that will fulfill the law of Christ. The greatest way to reflect Christ is by loving, helping other people. So today, what about ourselves? Oh, am I active in helping other people? Or do I simply talk from my mouth that, don't worry, I'll help you, I'll pray for you. But in the true love, action is required. If we help other people, that will fulfill the law of Jesus Christ. And then Isaiah 53, 4, 5, if we read, we find Jesus bore our greatest burden, our sin. He carried on the cross for you and me, right? For the sinner. That is the practical work that Jesus did. And then no one should carry their burden alone. Oh, we have under point number 1, we have 3 sub-points or 3 things. Point number 1, the call to bear. We are called to bear one another's burden. Number 1 is love is shown through carrying burden, helping others fulfill the law of Christ. And then number C is that no one should carry their burden alone. You and I are supposed to carry our burden alone. Money showing kan har sakta te kan pur daka kan pur turani lawani. As I said at the beginning, many people silently carrying their own burden. They did not share to any other people. Silently struggling inside, and then sometimes they feel ashamed or when they feel shy to tell our other people what they struggle inside. But if we look at Romans chapter 15, verse 1, we then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak. Infirmities of the weak, that means the weak one, we have to help them. There are some people, weak people, we have to bear their burden. That is what Romans chapter 15, verse 1 talks about. If God has given you strength, wisdom, or resource, use to help other people. Carrying, that is the way that you have to carry other burden. Even don't bear your burden. Share it to other people. If you know, see, go forward. If we look at another example, yes, Moses was another good example. Exodus chapter 17, verse number 12. Moses was too tired to hold up his staff in the battle. There was a battle, Moses was too tired. But there was a two men came up out there, right? There was Aaron and Hur stood beside him, and then they are carrying what? The hands of Moses, where they won the battle. The great leader Moses was so tired. He was struggling physically. But there were the two guys came to help him, Aaron and Hur. So this morning, yes, you can be a person who stood beside other people when they're struggling. We're going to spend this week. You will find your friends, other people. They're struggling with their health, with other problem. Be a helper, like Aaron and Hur. When Moses was weak, they were the people who strengthened and helped Moses in the battle. Well, that is the first one. I'm not going to be very long. The first point that we have is the call to bear one another burden. And then the second point that we're going to see is that the barrier that keeps us from helping others. The barrier, what is barrier? Harsablani, Midang Jan Pui Dua, Midang Jan Pui Taylona, Harsatna, it's all Zam Kai Taylona, the Harsatna Umbenity. What are those barriers? We know that God called me to help other people. Every Christian is called to help other people. We know that one. But sometimes we fail. Often we fail to do because of various barriers. Harsatna Rang Rangogang. Actually, we don't know we do it go on. The first barrier is that selfishness and useless. Selfish. Many people are too focused on all their problems. Some people say, I don't have time. Money can boy to all of me dumb boy I have my problem. I'm too busy. I don't have time. Or someone else may be there to help him. We don't share the phone, they show the phone, that money, and we shall be on someone else will help. But if we look Philippians chapter 2, verse number 4, look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things for others. Do not look every man on his own things, but every man on the things of others. And money so it ends soup, it can't invest Anmani boy na mungkanan su midang te na jang ko te in ve that is what Philippians 2:4 talks about. Sometimes you feel it, you see opportunity. Oh, where you can show love, where you can show out care to other people. Sometimes, yeah, you miss it, you fail. Don't worry. Pray to God. God, ask God to help you more aware of the need of other people. God, I have burden. Even they also have burden. Help me to be a person who carry on the burdens of other people. Ask God help that you be more aware of the need of other people. Selfish. Money so in like all of ko boil to midang intern pui mero se midang tong try sak mero sak mero sa ti lo win tong try la midang intern pui kai to rin pathian khau ko ini barrier masaber midang kan intern pui thai lo na pakhat na chuan mani kan boy kai pangai na hian midang kan intern pui na da ko and number 2 is fear of getting involved. Fear. Some people hesitate to help because they don't want to get involved. They don't want to involve in other struggle. Midang boy na ba na chen chen tel ve du lo ni. Mani boy na de boy me ro se ti te ka ong thin ni. They ignoring other pain. That is not Christ likeness. That is not what Jesus said. Let them busy with their own busyness. Let them busy with their own struggle. That is not what Jesus teaching. That is not the Christ likeness. If we look at James chapter 2 verse 15 to 16, we find like this. If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you may say unto him, depart in peace, be warm and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doth it profit? Someone is in need, you go there, oh brother, feel it, sleep, take rest. But you did not have anything. Then what will be the profit for that man? Don't God, he was in me, Harshat the poor, brother, poor the number, million time, even more than number, but you want to come tra, at all. What do we know? The new the Oh, so Jacob cũng đi giáo số hóa giáo số của trung tâm trà này có tiền lưu drama ông lại ấy tuổi này in này là bé tuổi này bé xí lô trung tâm trà ấy uốn đi nông lộ thì cái này nghe trong cái này kami ta cái này nghe lộ na này many people afraid of helping other people. One thing that they have is it may cost something. But that charna nila. Me gather we is okay, but it may cost you something. I may lose something. That is the struggle or the afraid that they have. So therefore, do not avoid someone in need because it was uncomfortable. Ever avoid that. Just step out in faith. Mean that we just step out in faith. Trust God. God will use you to be a blessing. So this morning, don't listen. Just think that. Don't just listen to that. After I graduated, I will be the person who will help carry one after another. The message that we speak this morning is, we can practice it today. We can practice it in our college, our hostel, whom we met in a week, where we can follow it. And then another barrier, true barrier. We say selfishness and abusiveness and fear of getting involved. And then the third one is that judgment of criticism. Many people are afraid of that. People may criticize me. They refuse to help because they judge other for the situation. If I help them, people may judge me. Alright? In order to avoid their judgment, they don't want to get engaged with other problems. But what we see here is that we are not called to judge. We are called to love. Bidangte soy share turin pathen mo ko. Pero mo ko na ka mga ito din. chứ ôm rồi nó thì số vấn đề gần kia thôi lo cho tiền cái tiền cái ôn liêu mày ông bảo cho cái tiền cái mình đang biết just to mình tiền đâu cái tiền ông giờ cho mang ai to mình tiền. So this morning, yes, do not judge. Matthew 7:1-2, if we read that, judge not that ye be not judged. Midang this is also therefore, judgment and criticism, don't be afraid of that one. Just step out in faith. God will use you to be a blessing. And then I almost conclude. So the third point, the first point that we have seen is that helping others fulfill the law of God. The call. The first one is the call to bear one another burden. Number two is the barrier that keep us from helping others. And then the third point is that how to bear burdens practically. Midang te har satna ka intinge practically kan ti the ya kan to na. Oh, that is the last point. How to bear burdens practically. You see someone is in need. You see their burden. They're struggling with their life. How we can step out with practically. So love is practical. Oh, there is no other solution. The first main thing is that love is the practical solution. How can we help carry someone's burden today? So first of all, there may be three things how to bear other practical. The first one is that pray for others. Yes, you can pray for them, right? You can pray for him. You don't try something. Pray for others. James 5:16 says, pray one for another that ye may be healed. Midang in don't try something nuna chuchun dam na athenam. Praying is one of the most powerful ways to bear someone's burden. Don't try sabro. In the just pray for him. God, my friend is physically weak now. He has a life struggling. Step out with prayer. Prayer is the greatest weapon. Pray for him. It is a more powerful weapon to bear someone's burden. Midang chan pui tu har sa pui tu raman rupoi mo pero chuya mangai na dihan man suya mangai na ina do ta chu don't try sa. Pray for them. We can start this week. Just pray for someone who you know they're struggling. For today, is he? No need to share it there, and sometimes you do not share it, but in your personal prayer. Pray for other burden. And then another one is an offer encouragement. Proverbs chapter 12 verse 25. Happiness is the heart of man, make it stop. But a good word that make it glad. Good word, good word. Our voice is important, right? We can help others burden with encouraging other people, a kind word, or a listening ear, or a note of encouragement. Even that can lift someone's spirit. This day we're holding the cell phone, right? We used to text it, WhatsApp. We know that someone is in burden. You just can send it and then help them, encourage them. Write something to lift up their burden. Encouragement. Sometimes a word we can call, brother, we know that one. You lost your dear one, this is the condition. We really feel saddened to the demise of your one. Don't hesitate, I say. Even thanks can kill, right? That is offer encouragement. Send encouragement to someone today. Alright, you can do it today, we say, right? You can just send it out today through the WhatsApp, through call. Start it today. And then the last the third one is that provide practical help. How to bear practically. The third point, how to bear. Number one, pray for another. Number two, offer encouragement. Number three is provide practical help. Hebrews chapter 13 verse 16. But to do good and to communicate, forget not. for which the sacrifice God is well pleased. Hebrews 13:16. Thil cha ti thia ti thing in lo chu chumi chu pathian lom zo ni midang te chan pui chi chok chi na ka pathian lom zo ta kani mi chan pui tu ta dil ru ni la chumi ti do ding tu chuan thil iron step again iron ti ka pathian lom zo mani. Sometimes people need practical support. Practically, what do you want to do? Oh, sumle pai, toothpaste they not they They don't have soap to use in the hostel. Why don't you go out, step out, buy for him your friend struggling? Why don't you help him, give him a medicine when he is, in sick bed? Practical is important. Yeah, help with meals, finance, side care, or transportation. So all these things we can step it out right here from the college. Look for a way to meet practical need. As I said from this week. Today is the first day of the week. This week from today, we can start with that one. So this morning, yes, we speak under the topic of a call to bear one another. Bearing each other burden. That is the topic that we have. Bearing each other burden. We have 3 points. The first point says, helping other. The call to bear one another burden. And then in the second point, we have the burial. And then in the third point, we see how to bear one's burden practically. So this morning, yes, God called us to bear one another burden. God called me. That all the Christians are being called. And if we help other people that fulfill the law of Christ, we must overcome selfishness, judgment, fear, and truly serve other people. So today, we can start. Right now, we can begin the message that we listen in this morning, so that we will be a fruitful Christian in every step that we take in our Christian life. So may God add His blessing into the sharing of His words. Amen.